Hey out there, legal warriors. Is the justice system about justice? And I think you know what my answer to that question is going to be, and you might be surprised to realize how important the answer to that question is if you're trying to get through any type of criminal charge or investigation. If you're interested in this area of the law, stay tuned. This is the video for you. My name is Attorney Lance Fryrear. I'm a defense attorney in Linwood, Washington. My law firm's been defending people charged with crimes all throughout Washington state for more than 20 years, and I'm putting out these videos to help educate the public. So if you find this useful, please like and please subscribe. More people get to see it. More people get the help they need. And I'm just going to jump right into it. If you know anything about this channel, our background, we're in the business of helping people. And people call criminal defense attorneys at one of the worst moments of their life. I mean, who wants to call an attorney for any reason, yet alone having to call a criminal defense attorney? Now, that is scary. And there's a lot of people have ways of coping with the stress of being accused of a crime, being investigated for a crime. And their main way of coping is thinking that the justice system is about justice. The justice system is there to figure out what happened and to make things right. And I think altruistically, ideally, that's how we would want it to be. And people who think like that, if you're accused of a crime, if you're being investigated for a crime, if you're a family member of someone in that situation, that's sort of the crutch, right, that helps get you through at night going, it's about justice. Justice is going to be done in the situation. The authorities really want to know what happened. And I think if a computer was the one doing the investigation, if a computer was the one deciding who's guilty or innocent, if it was just about laying out, on one side of the ledger is the good facts, on the other side are the bad facts, well, then maybe we might be okay, or I might be okay, saying that the justice system is about justice. Of course, the answer to that question from my point of view when I talk to a potential new client is no, the justice system is not about justice. It's about people in the system getting through the system, getting through cases, and arriving at whatever is justice in their head. There is no abstract justice, right? If you're the police officer and you think that someone abused another person, their justice is to get that person in jail. If you're the person wrongfully accused of that, your justice is the law enforcement going after the person who wrongfully accused you. Are they ever going to do that? No. And so we don't want to just, give up that there's no way out of these things, because there are ways out. But if we just hang on to this ideal that because the justice system is about justice, that's what's going to save me, it's like an ostrich putting their head in the sand. Do they really do that? I don't know if they do, but that's a saying, right? If you put your head in the sand and just think that the government, the police, the prosecutors are going to figure out what happened, you're really fooling yourself. You're causing yourself more pain and you're causing yourself more jeopardy, because there's different factors that actually, result in outcomes in cases. And what are those factors, Lance? Well, I think the most important way I could put it, or the clearest way I can put it, is those factors involve the human elements of the people involved in the system. People say, well, the system is against me. Remember, the system isn't some entity that exists. It's not a big robot called the system. The system is a term that we use to describe all of the individuals involved in the criminal justice process working towards a certain end. And each individual has their own individual role, their own individual motivations, their own individual biases, their own individual life experiences. And we have to realize that those individuals making the decisions end up with certain results in the system, but we are trying to influence the opinions and actions of the individuals that make up the system. How can we influence the police officer to now believe that perhaps you are not guilty of the crime? How can we influence the police officer to not take this case so seriously? How can we influence the prosecutor to see that the treatment program that you've done is more important and gives them a reason to possibly dismiss your case so they don't have to spend 2 weeks of their life preparing for a trial that they don't really care about, right? These are the things that actually influence outcomes in many, many criminal cases in the system. Now, every case is different. Major felony cases that gets charged are going to be a lot more fact dependent and less people dependent, but still, the people in the system are making judgment calls based upon their own life experiences about what happened, what they should do, what they can do, what they think is justice. And so don't just put your head in the sand and think that justice system is about justice. That's what that says on paper. But in real life, it's each individual in the system, including the judge, including the probation officer, including your own attorney, including the witnesses who are taking their own life experiences and doing what's best for them, right? Everybody is doing what's best for them. What's best for them? Maybe I get a great feeling if I get someone convicted. What's best for someone else might be I get a great feeling if I get someone not convicted, right? What might be a great feeling for a probation officer is I feel really good if I hold someone's feet to the fire and they do enough treatment that they now are in a better spot. But we have to realize that we want to use our brain when we're in the system and think about, the players involved and what is influencing them to take certain actions or make certain decisions that can help you or that can hurt you. That's where our energy needs to go, not blindly thinking that there's going to be some, omnipotent being out there that is deciding what's true or not because it's the right thing to do. That's not how it works. I wish that's how it worked, and I want you to realize, in my opinion, that's not how it works. And if your attorney understands what's motivating decisions, they're much more likely to get you a result that can feel more like whatever justice is to you. So I hope you found that useful. You can tell I'm pretty passionate about it. It's taken me 30 years of preaching about this, and I want you to understand it so you suffer less. But if you found it useful, please like and please subscribe. More people get to see it. And more importantly, if you have a criminal problem in Washington State, feel free to reach out to my firm. If we get on board, we'll identify a way forward. We will listen to what happened, and we will be there for you. Thank you.